Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Shayla Ray, and you know what day it is. You gotta know what day it is. It's Tuesday, where your knowledge is gonna go up, duh. I appreciate everybody's support, especially with my last video. Please continue to share, and I hope that you share today's as well. I had something completely different planned for today. So bear with me if it's not as together or seamless as my other 2 Cent Tuesdays, but in lieu of some governors deciding to open up the state, I felt an overwhelming need to talk about this and some things that are going to help me and hopefully help you get through these ever-changing times, okay? So different words have been resonating with me every single week, and a lot of them start with the letter R. I don't know what that's about, but I know last week we talked about reflection, and this week we're going to talk about response. Everything in life that we go through has absolutely nothing to do with what we go through, but how we respond. And a lot of things in our life is out of our control. So we have to focus on how we respond to things. And I want to kind of lay out some things that I've been reflecting on in the last couple hours in ways that we can positively respond. Now, the first thing that we need to do is we need to respond in truth. Wake up, sis. Stay woke. We use these terms all the time, but are you really woke? Are you really seeing what's going on here? Systematic racism has been around forever. It's really interesting to me that we were told that Black people and people of color, brown, Hispanics, things of that nature, are dying at an alarming rate from COVID-19. They have all these reasons behind why. Pre-existing conditions, the fact that there's lack of healthcare, the fact that a lot of us have to be out on the front line. We're working in delivery. We can't stop working because that's how we take care of our families. And we are dying at an alarming rate. And you mean to tell me that we're going to open up businesses? Now, what other facts do we know about this vaccine? We know, not this vaccine, this virus, excuse me. We know that this virus does not have a vaccine. We know that this virus could be potentially spread through droplets. It can go through your mouth, your nose, your eyes. We also know that there's no real treatment for it. And we know that it's aggressive, and we know that it can be deadly. We've seen several people in our community pass away. I know several people that are going through a very hard time. And what's really challenging about this is when you do get sick and you are laying in that hospital, not only are you going to be dishing out tens of thousands of dollars, because even with insurance, it can be upward of $30,000 if you have to be hospitalized, okay? But you're gonna be alone, by yourself, FaceTiming family and friends. I can't imagine not being there and holding the hand of my loved one while they were suffering, not even knowing if the doctors are doing right by them or if the doctors even have the bandwidth to do right by your family member. You can't even be there. We also know that this virus can be spread without zero symptoms. So you can have no temperature, this thing of them saying, okay, we're gonna take your temperature. If you have 104-degree temperature or even an elevated temperature, you're gonna feel that. And 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be out. But when this can be spread with absolutely no symptoms, how dangerous is that for us and our community? We have to understand the truth. And we have to move according to the truth, okay? So that is the number one way that we respond. The second way that we respond is by making good decisions. I remember when Governor Kemp was running for governor, I voted for Stacey Abrams. It was a little bit tricky, it was a tight race. I don't think things were done properly, but she didn't win the race, okay? But we have to start voting, guys. We have to be present, not just in these political elections that we love to talk about so much, but in your local community. Because guess what? Those are the ones that are actually making the decisions that directly impact you and your family. So first of all, we really have to make good decisions when we are deciding what leaders are going to be over our community, because they get to make the decisions, okay? And then we also just have to make decisions for ourselves. Let's not be stupid, guys. We know that this is deadly. We know it's no nail appointment that's worth it. It's no hair appointment that's worth it. It's no bowling alley or fitness center that is worth the health of you, because you don't know how this will respond in your body or your loved ones, those who are vulnerable. Okay, so we have to protect and take care of them. And it starts with us making right, good decisions. It just doesn't matter who our leaders are, because yeah, we didn't vote for the right person. But guess what? We still have a decision. We can protest right from our houses. And I think we should rally around each other from our homes and make sure that we are safe and that we are protecting our families and our community, okay? And the third, but not least, we need to respond with compassion. This is a very, very challenging situation for everybody. I know people who do hair. I know people who are barbers. I know people in these occupations who work at restaurants and that was their livelihood, and they truly loved it. And they lost it for a period of time. And not being able to take care of your family, not having that same amount of money coming in that you once had coming in is very scary. It's very scary, and it's very disheartening. And I know Keisha Lance Bottoms, if you do live in the city of Atlanta, she started a fund. I think she contributed $10,000 so far to help beauticians, barbers, people who don't have jobs right now, to kind of help support you guys while we go through this, because it's not particularly safe for you. I can't tell you how many times I've spoken with people who did hair, and they were just like, you know what, I tell my clients, don't come in when you're sick, because if I get sick, that shuts the whole operation down as well. And so I don't want them to have to put themselves at risk during this time either, but it's a very challenging time. We got to show each other love. We got to show each other compassion. And right now, we got to stay home, okay? Because it's the safest thing for us. I want all of us to see our grandkids. I want all of us to be there for our grandparents, our parents, and be strong and healthy. And in order to do that, we have to sacrifice. So that's all I have for today. It's your girl, Shayla Ray. You know what you need to do. Keep growing, keep sewing, and keep glowing. Until next week.